bronchitis. Oh no, Papa. I don't mess with that stuff. Like, damn right, my house, bitch. Pow! Like, I don't do that. I'm classy. And Tyler was like, well, I'm from Bama. We're trashy. Like,
You got any ghost stories?
hey, I know you do.
No, I don't have any ghost stories.
I know you do.
Which is why I love that movie, Infected. When the girl actually got fucking the zombie outbreak started from her fucking some guy who used to like fuck dead bodies, and she got like this zombie thing, and it actually turned her into a zombie. Great movie on Netflix. I was like, oh, that's exactly how the zombie apocalypse is. It needs to start from some dirty shit like that.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, it's a movie. It's called Infected. They have two of them too. And the first one, like, it starts like that, and she's at a party, and like this guy drugs her and like fucks the shit out of her, and then like she ends up like getting like this fucking STD, but it's not curable. And then like she starts like rotting like slowly, and she's like starts like going crazy, and then like this guy's like trying to sleep with her for like years, and like he finally gets to fuck her, and like he fucking like pulls out his dick, and like fucking maggots and shit drop out of like her vagina. And like she's like all fucked up. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And he's like, you need to go. He runs out. He's like, you need to go fucking get help, blah, blah, blah. And she's like driving. And at this point, she's like almost fully turned to a zombie. That's like the end of the movie. I just get the whole hour and a half worth of story. But at the end, fucking, she fucking gets to an accident, and her mom like fucking shows up, and she's like, honey, it's me, blah blah. And the cop's like, stop, blah blah. And then fucking she just attacks her mom, and that's how the movie ends. So it's like it shows like that's how the zombie apocalypse started. And the next movie, it spreads more and more. It's actually pretty cool.
Wasn't there a story from the motel that you were working at about some kid that made a mask or?
Oh my god!
Wow!
Watching that place getting fucking like that place looks haunted as shit.
Yeah, well, for starters, and just in that hotel, man, a lot of suicides. So many.
Employees or customers?
Employees, guests. Over the years, you're talking about what used to be a huge resort decades and decades ago.
Remember that hotel we stayed at in Fayetteville? We put that shit that had like a blood stain on the wall.
Looked like someone had just been killed.
Yeah, it was fresh. Like it wasn't even
the
brown.
TV was missing.
It was still red. Like, there was no TV. Like,
there was a dust ring where the TV used to be.
It was recent, and we were like, "Can we get another room?"
Someone got murdered, and then they stole the TV in there. He was like, "What? Like, can we get another room?"
Like seriously,
yeah?
it wasn't even dried. Like it was dry blood, but like old blood from freshly dried blood. Like, and there was a ring from the dust. That was quite recent, and they put us in this room. It was the shittiest hotel we've ever stayed at.
Oh my god!
Well,
where was this at?
In Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville, Vietnam. They call it that. I figured out why they called it that because we went to play a show in a plaza that had a couple strip clubs in it, and then there was like a bar with the stage. So we drove there to play a show with the band, and a couple guys were outside smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden they come pouring in the door
while we were playing.
Someone drove into the fucking plaza in a SUV, hung an AK out the window, and sprayed the whole fucking side of the fucking building. Yeah, and drove off.
Okay.
And I was like, Jesus!
We thought the other way like that music. We're like, oh, wrong point. Everyone's just pouring in like, no, they're trying not to get shot.
Yeah, they're like, they're shooting everything! Like, no one got hit, but they just sprayed the whole side of the fucking building and drove off. Cops showed up 18 minutes later. I was like, really, guys? Shots fired? That's not a priority? Like, no one had lights on? They weren't running codes. They, like, pulled in all casual. Like, is anybody hit?
It's another Thursday night.
I was like, are you fucking serious? They must have just come from a fucking quadruple homicide or something, because they're like, yeah, we don't really care. Everyone's good? Okay, patch those holes. And, like, drove off. But, yeah, no, so the hotel, this fucking family, this dude came to work for us. He, as a maintenance guy, he was from Puerto Rico, I want to say. And his son is an artist. He's like 14. He draws all kinds of shit. I have one of the drawings he made specifically for me and brought it to me for no reason. Because he's just a cool dude. But his dad came in, real broken English, and his wife claims to be like a medium, not by choice. Like she just can hear the dead speak. So and
It's probably just the voices in your head.
well, it gets a little more specific because there used to be a security guard that worked there. That was head of security, and he found a couple people who had hung themselves off the banister of the second floor. Tie the rope to the banister, dive off, breaks their neck immediately. They're dead. Well, this happened years ago. And this woman, in her first week of staying at the hotel, because they lived there too, while her husband worked there, he got a room, 2 rooms that conjoined, and put his family, his wife and his 2 children in there. And her just walking around the property claims to have heard at the exact location where this person hung themselves, to have seen and heard the hanging individual and the hanging individual speaking in like a raspy, whispery voice to her. And I was like, that's weird, but she could have just heard about that from, people talk.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
heard it from somewhere.
I heard it from somewhere. She could have easily too. Although she spoke no English. This is all relayed to us from her husband. So, I don't know. But anyways, their son, when he was... His dad came in and told me this one day. And nothing has ever gripped me the way this dude said it in his broken-ass accent. I wish I could replicate it for you, but I really can't. Just the way he spoke in his broken accent about his son. He was like... I was talking about, like, you hear the hotel's kind of haunted. It's middle of the day. We're bored, just talking, shooting the shit. And he was like, "Oh no, Papa, I don't mess with that stuff." And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, neither do I, but it's kind of interesting, this and that." And he told me about his wife and stuff, and I was like, "Well, if your wife's, really a medium, how do you guys avoid that? How do you not get into that realm? How do you stay out of that?" He was like, "Well, I'm scared because my son, when he was like 7, we lived in Puerto Rico and there was a lot of clay, around where we lived. And he's always had an artistic mind. And one day he went out to play in the clay, and he was out there and he fashioned a mask. Little ass kid fashioned this mask with these great big horns that arched off of it, and set it aside and let it dry. And they brought it in. He painted it. He hand painted it. Beautiful, beautiful mask with these great big arching horns. And he said we were all so proud of him. We'd never seen his artistic skill brought to that level before for such a young kid. We put it on display. We were so really proud of this. My son, look at what he did. And it was beautiful. And as soon as he brought that mask in the house and they set it up on display, a lot of crazy things started happening. Doors would slam out of nowhere, all the faucets and shit like that. Whatever they had, shit was going awry. And they didn't know why. They didn't trace it back to the mask. They just didn't know why. So, their uncle was like a shaman or something. Not a shaman, but he was like a religious guy in whatever faith they have. And they called him over to help him out because, the wife was feeling really dark forces in the house and shit like that. It was freaking her the fuck out. She wanted to leave. So they brought this uncle over, and he said it's the mask. It has to be the mask. So he said, I went to my son and I said, "Son, what caused you to make this mask?" And he said, I don't know, Papa. I go out there and my hands, they do it by themselves. And he was like, fuck. Like, so they grabbed the mask and they fucking set it on top of a towel and they folded the towel over it. And they were going to take it outside and put it in the car and drive off. As soon as they take their hands off the towel to grab anything else, the towel would throw itself open again. He said this happened several times until 3 of them got on top of the towel and held it down so that they could pick it up and take it out. They finally got it in the trunk and slammed the trunk, and it just went crazy. It was like there was a body in the trunk, just punching, kicking, like all this, noises, like there was somebody in there. And he said that went on the whole way to the fucking... they drove to a body of water out there. It was some big lake or pond or something.
They just burned it.
And they drove all the way out there, and they fucking got it out of the trunk. It was fucking like, the trunk was in disarray. Like, there was fucking cuts and slashes and all kinds of shit in, like, the fucking lining of the trunk. And they fucking finally got it out, fucking brought the mask out, and he was like, as soon as they fucking brought it out of the back of the trunk, he said it fucking clouded over, like all dark as fuck. The wind started fucking blowing all crazy and shit. And I was like, I mean, how much of this is true, bro? You know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
Great story, but...
And I know. And he was like, and then we fucking threw it in the water and it fucking made this fucking huge splash, like something that was way heavier. And I was like...
The broken English made it so legitimate.
It did, dude. And he said it with such conviction, dude, in his eyes. Like, he was dead fucking serious. And he was like, I don't even like telling that story. He was like, I just, since you brought it up, I told you, but like, I don't mess with that shit after that. And I was like, that's weird. But then every time his son came into the office after that motherfucker looked like Damien to me, dog. He had this look in his eye, bro. That was so frightening to me. Like, and I never noticed it before. It was just kind of eerie. But then as soon as I heard that story, dude, every time he'd come in that office, I was like, this is like the fucking Omen, bro. You look a little bit like the Hispanic version of that kid, but with glasses. And he just looked so creepy because his amount of eye contact was fucking ceaseless. It was if as soon as he knew that there was a individual present that he could talk to, it was just so deadpan, just these soulless fucking eyes. I don't know. Maybe it fucked with my head a little bit, and that's why I assigned that to him. But yeah. Yeah, it was a good story, nonetheless.
There's my brother's dad. We always just get together like every summer or whatever, and we either go camping or go to Cape Cod or we go to DC because they live in DC. I was adopted, and he would always like get us all together. Like these guys are fucking rich as shit, so they would fucking either pay for all our plane tickets or they'd come pick it. Like they would drive across states, pick us all up, and we'd go camping or shit like that. But this guy is like the king of ghost stories, real or fake, whatever you want to call it. But I remember the last time I saw them, like, all together like that was, like, when I was, like, 14 or 15. It was, like, one summer, and then, like, we're all telling ghost stories. And then, my brother, who was their son at the time, fucking, he was, like, always trying to get him to tell a story called The 10th Cellar. He named it, but he never would. And to this day, like, and this guy was a master of telling ghost stories, dude. Like, I would go to bed fucking, like, wrapped in my fucking sleeping bag, like, just shaking. Like, what the fuck? He used to scare the shit out of us. But, like, there was actually one, like, where Levi, like, knows about, like, he won't tell it. He's like, I cannot tell it. Like, you have to hear it from the man himself. Like, it's supposed to be a true story. It's supposed to be something that happened to him when he was a kid. But to this day, like, he has not told me. And he was like, I'll tell you one day, but I just can't. Like, and it's called The 10th Cellar. And it's supposed to be, like, some true story. Like, they just remind me of that, like, right now. Like, I just want to call and be like, when are you going to tell me this fucking story? Like, I want to know. It's been years. Like, I just remember every year going there, he just would not fucking tell me. Like, we were too young or something like that. But apparently, like, it fucking scared the shit out of them. They still, when they think about it, they're just like, nah. Like, that's something he has to tell. Like, I don't know if he, like, saw, like, I don't know. I think, like, he saw, like, his friend, like, get murdered or something like that. And he had, like, make statements to the police and everything, but he just never talks about it. Like, they just got trapped in some house or something like that and fucked them up. Like, I don't know. He just will not tell me. I just want to know so bad what it is.
Wow.
Well, that beats the whole vagina and drugs we were talking about before. Yep. Dude, this is how it goes down. We've been here for 4 hours.
It's a fucking deal.
That's crazy. I never thought I could talk this much.
Well, that was the idea. It's like, we do this shit all the time. We just sit around, drink beers, talk, tell stories and shit. Let's fucking record that. Some of it's gold.
Ghost stories.
So what do you use to record?
My computer.
Just whatever's on there, like.
No, I downloaded some program.
What one?
You purchased?
Reaper. Yeah, eventually purchased it.
Wait, you bought it? Why?
You want to know the reason why those podcasts weren't going up? It's because it wouldn't let me render anything that I cut.
It happens a lot. You fucking just down some shit. It's like, oh, you can use it, but you go ahead and try and upload it. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Cut your bitch out.
Because whatever that keygen that you get when you download it, that's actually what happened with that podcast that we lost. Is because I was trying to use that keygen, and it ended up not. When I clicked save, it didn't save it.
Bummer.
So I had to go back. So everything that we were recording was on the trial period of it. And yeah, I bought whatever password I needed so we could get them out.
I remember I used these like try and fucking use like a trial video editing software or something like that. And the first time I did that, I was like making some stupid video, and I fucking spent like 3 hours on it, like just time consuming. And I finally got it and I uploaded it, and I was like, God damn! Finally went to view it. And it just had like this huge backsplash of like trial version, and I was like, God fucking damn it! And then fucking delete it. Spent like 3.5 hours making this slow fucking 1 minute video.
Yeah, you can spend some time in the old video editing software, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, that's what I want to do. I want to be my main goal is to be a studio musician, fucking produce my own videos, and other people's too. Just work from a studio, still do the band stuff, but there's a lot more money and it's a lot more feasible to be a studio musician than it is to be an actual musician these days.
Yeah. That's always kind of been the case.
Well, before all the streaming and Facebook and all that, it was a lot easier to fucking go out and play and people come to see you. But now it's just like, oh well, do you have it on Spotify? Like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll check you out sometime. Okay, cool. And it's sad, but that's just the way it is. You have to fucking conform with technology, or else you'll get left in the dust.
Totally true.
Like now on Facebook, if you have like a band page or a music page or any business page, you can actually buy likes for it. And there's like, and you can actually do that, and you have to, like, there's actual, like, my friend's band almost got signed to a Century Media Records, but they wouldn't sign until they got up to 10,000 likes. And with that, there were still stipulations, and so they had to like buy the last like 3,000 likes, and they still didn't get signed because they were like 100 short. Like, we will not even consider you a fucking band if you do not have 10,000. They were at like 9,000, like 800 something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just the way it is now.
Speaking of Spotify, you can find Dead Peasant Society on Spotify whenever you want to.
Oh yeah,
We're on there.
Just whenever you want.
So
Dead Peasants Society.
Oh, is that what this is called?
On iTunes,
Is that what this is called?
Google Play. No.
No.
That's our rap group.
What's this podcast thing called?
It's called Nadashow.
Nadashow. Like
NADA.
Nadashow.
Not a show.
I write things in my notes to like remember them later, and like I have some things here. I'm like, what the fuck did I write that for? Like I wrote, like it's always when I'm fucked up too. I'll meet someone, I'm like, oh yeah, let me write in my notes here. And I wrote Circle Joe Diaz. I have no idea what that's for. I know at the time it was something that probably like was a, I don't know. I could get something from it. I have no idea what.
This is so important.
NADA.
All one word.
No, sure. I figured.
Yeah.
Oh, for the record, I don't like the outro.
What?
I don't.
What?
I just don't like it.
But it's the end of the show.
No, I get it. I get it. End of the episode.
Yeah.
We needed something.
And then it's figure.
Which I immediately recognized.
Yes.
And I was like,
I just wanted to make him smile.
That shit caught me off guard so hard at work.
that's so awesome.
What?
What?
All right.
Yeah, no, that was total fucking fist clench for Dobbs. I knew it as soon as I heard that. I was like, he either put you up to that, or you did that without him knowing it.
I was pumped.
But no, I don't think it needs an outro. I like the way it used to trail off.
Fade out.
Yeah,
It still fades out.
it does still. I don't know. But now there's a legitimate ending. I don't know. Just don't like it. I don't like that much structure in anything.
Fair enough. Is there anything left from that pack?
Yeah.
Just fucking hopes and dreams have been squandered.
I'm not gonna smoke any more of these either.
It's gonna get to that point.
These things are ruining my life. I'm heavy as fuck.
How bad is your throat?
I smoked the first one and I almost passed out.
It's the most nicotine you've ever put in your body at once.
Newport Reds. Like, there's nothing heavier than that.
I smoke them because they're smoother than everything else.
Well, they're definitely smoother than 305s.
When
I'll
you
give
don't
it
have
that.
lungs, I
Smoother than
guess.
305s. They beat a Pall Mall any day.
Truth. Anything beats
Marb
a Pall
Reds.
Mall.
A Pall Mall, that's like the worst cigarette I've ever smoked. They have like the weird filters, right? Like there's like an indent on the inside.
Yeah, some of them.
And they last so long.
American Spirits.
Because no one wants to smoke that. They're like, ugh. One cigarette's like 4 days of
I
just
used to joke about
torture.
it until I saw a billboard that said, Pall Malls, we last longer.
What?
There's something they do to their cigarettes that make them last longer. And that's like a point of advertisement for
Oh,
them.
jeez. Okay. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it bummed me out.
Like, oh, you did that on purpose?
Been smoking these steadily for the past 3 years. Wonder what it was. But it's not gonna
Formaldehyde.
make- Yeah. But it's not going to make me live longer.
No. Whatever it is, it will make you die sooner.
I had a Pall Mall, and then got in my car, drove to Walmart, opened the door, and then vomited it.
Oh,
Just like
Brutal.
yucky tobacco
That's
in my
a
vomit.
bummer.
that's fucking horrible. Just tar.
Yeah. How'd they get in there?
Yeah, it was right before we went to Atlanta. I sent my pops out to buy me cigarettes, and he comes back with non-filter, full-flavor Pall Malls.
Jesus.
That were like $9 for the pack. He's an asshole.
That's horrible.
It's like, I didn't know. I thought I was going to buy cigarettes.
I just want both of y'all
At
to know
Publix.
that I made it to Pensacola already.
Because it's Sunday and there's no one on the road.
So he could have been here.
So
He easily could have stayed. And gotten back tonight. And he was like, yeah, I'm too tired. I gotta get...
nothing important.
Why didn't we record on Friday?
Oh, jeez. What happened Friday? We drove to Tampa for no reason.
That's right.
Got lost. Came back.
That guy's definitely fucking the guy we're you get getting with though.
Oh, and then I had to go on my date. I'm gonna go on a date. So...
Well, Tyler didn't go on your date.
No, I dropped him off at my mom's house and he got smashed. We came back from the movies. It was literally an hour and a half. We left right before the movie was starting, drove 30 seconds down the road to the cinema, got in the movie, watched the whole movie, which was an hour and a half, got back in the vehicle and drove straight back. And in that time, Tyler went from completely sober to the most insanely drunk I've seen Tyler in a long time. And then I took him to a bar. Which was an enormous mistake. He almost got himself killed by a bunch of bikers.
At what bar?
Cheers.
Bikers and cheers?
And their ladies.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Was he talking to its?
He was talking to the its. He wasn't talking. He just walked over to where there was clearly a table full of bikers sitting and drinking while their fucking patched in ladies danced on the dance floor, and he was like, I want to fuck that one. And as soon as he did that, they were like, like completely stopped what they were doing and stared at him, and Mikkel was like, okay, he's coming with me. We're going outside. Time for a break. He was really fucked up, and then he... I don't want to tell his story for him, but I have to now because it's hilarious. This fucking drunk chick comes up. We're all over there fucking hanging out, drinking and shit. And she approaches this big dude. And she's like, I don't have anyone to buy me a drink. And he was like, oh yeah? You show me your titties, I'll buy you a drink. Not Tyler. This other dude. And she was like, oh my god. But for real, buy me a drink. And he was like, no, I'm leaving. And he bounced. And so she slimed over to Tyler. I was like, you smell good. Tyler, at this point, hasn't showered in 3 days. He's wearing the exact same clothes he showed up in. And,
Gross. It's so serious.
and he's wasted. He can barely stand. So she's like, you smell nice. You should buy me a drink. And he was like, what are you drinking? And he like goes over, gets her a drink, and like I'm eavesdropping on this whole conversation.
Oh gosh, she's awful.
They start talking and shit, and
Tyler brings out his Alabama trash talk.
yeah, he's wasted. So when he does that, he reverts back to this like insane hillbilly language that no one understands. And fucking someone brought up, I think it was Michaela brought up something, and she was like, I don't do that. I'm classy. And Tyler was like, well, I'm from Bama. We're trashy. And she loved it. At one point, she was mid-sentence, and he was like, why don't you shut your dirty whore mouth? And she was like, oh my god, and like loved that too. I was like, what are you doing?
Kissed him right after. Like,
how does this happen?
oh my god.
And somehow, over the course of about 30 minutes, he gets this chick to come out in the parking lot with him to his truck. We're sitting in a car also in the parking lot that's like behind, but still perfect line of sight to his truck because they're all fucking smoking a blunt. And so I'm just there, just hanging out, I guess. And so we can perfectly see through the window him and her saunter out to the truck. He's wasted and keeps dodging this bitch. She's like coming in for the kiss, and he's like fucking like moving her and like all this shit. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, he just did not want to go to Legoland at all. And fucking finally gets this chick in the truck, dude. And she starts fucking blowing him. And we're like, nice. So we fucking, we all go inside. I get it to the door of the bar and open it. From all the way across the parking lot, I hear, Moms! And I turn around and it's him, and he's like, you good, bro? And I was like, yeah! I'm really good. He's literally getting blown. And he's worried about if I'm good. I'm like, bro, yes, I'm fine. Do what you're doing. I like run, go back inside, and I'm like, what a fucking weirdo. And fucking, I didn't know this, but as soon as that happened, I went and sat down. Me and Mikkel started talking. And we're like, this is our last beer. We're going to call it a night or whatever. We're sitting there talking. All of a sudden, I see this chick that was in the truck with Tyler coming through the door, wiping fucking tears off her face, walking directly to the ladies' room. And I was like, oh, fuck, what happened? And at the same time, his phone starts going off, and it's Tyler calling. So he answers it, and he's like, we got to go right the fuck now. And we were like, all right, we're going. And like slammed our beers and like went outside and hopped in the truck. And he tells us that as soon as I went inside, her friend came out, marched directly up to the truck and pounded on the window until he rolled it down and told that chick, you need to come inside. And she like looked at him and he was like, guess you need to go inside. I don't know. And she got out of the truck and went inside and never finished blowing him. And he called and we piled in the truck and left. It was fucking a weird night. It was really weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
So weird.
It was hilarious. I've never met someone and gotten blown by them in 30 minutes, and especially not by fucking talking shit to them the whole time. So I thought that was pretty remarkable.
Holy fucking Tyler. Dirty hillbilly ass.
I know.
I don't know how he does it. Nothing of what you have heard is true. These are all false events.
Yeah. All of this is hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Yeah. I put a disclaimer out there.
Could you just like tell me stories in your Craver voice? No.
My Craver voice sounds exactly like my Lear voice, which is not what Craver's voice sounds like. So
It's just dirty, crusty.
it's just dirty and crusty. I just stick with that theme because I cannot replicate his fucking voice, especially when he gets drunk, dude. It's like Cajun, fucking Creole, fucking just this weird ramble. All the words run together. There's no syllables. It's just one big syllable. Now, I don't know. What? What the fuck? Actually, that was pretty good. That one. That was pretty good.
I think I caught some of that last night then.
Yeah.
Because he would just like be mumbling into my ear, and I didn't know what to do.
It's always some kind of proposition.
So I just
from
look
him?
at him like,
I just
smile and nod.
Like when I went to get him from my mom's house, this is how drunk he already was. When I went to get him from my mom's house, he like
Come
leaned
do
into
this
my
for
ear.
the masses.
What?
These are the fucking strippers. Come over here. You want to see this too? Yeah.
Yeah, he leaned into my ear and did that.
Dobbs, you might want to see this.
And he was saying it like it was some like, hey, let's do this thing. But I just had no clue what it was.
This is what they do. This is the caliber of people I'm surrounded by.
Titties.
It's Pixie. That's her girlfriend. I don't know who that is.
Some nip naps.
More boobs. Don't care.
Let me eat that ass.
Who is that?
Eat my ass?
She's getting her butthole tattooed.
Ooh, nice.
That's dope.
She actually did. Oh my god. Is that a cupcake?
Oh, come on.
This girl is wild.
Why would you do that?
How do I get one of those phones?
This girl Erica, I finally met her. She's so fucking amazing. I just want to see her again. She's way out of my league though.
She just do a line off the bar.
No, she doesn't get any of that stuff. She like works. She's like works at a hospital and everything. Like way above my caliber of girl. Happy birthday, stuff and things.
Blah.
Burlap.
Alright. This is by far my favorite video now. How the fuck? She made that so much worse.
The complete circle. Did you see that video of the cat that was like stuck on a fucking this little?
Power line?
No.
I wish.
Oh my god! It was inside like this fucking just stories of shit, and fucking this cat was like stuck on like this like light fixture, and this like guy had like one of those like those fucking those janitor brooms that aren't really brooms, look like little dusters, but they're like have the big long.
They're super wide.
Yeah. And so he was like holding that, and the thing's like wobbly as fuck. And he's like trying to get the cat to crawl onto it. And the cat like reaches out and was like, like trying to get down, completely misses, and just falls like 45 stories.
No.
And the girl's just like, it's some fucking black girl, just like, he needs some milk. Oh damn! And just boom, just smashes off this railing and slides across the floor.
Oh my god.
It was the worst. I love cats, like with a passion. Like it's disgusting. It's almost unhealthy how much I love cats.
It's wrong.
And I saw that and just died. I was like, no way. It's always just this little cat's like pawing for the little thing, trying to get off this like, I don't know how cats get stuck when they get stuck. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but he was stuck up there. And this guy is fucking on the floor under him, like trying to fucking hold the broom so the cat can crawl in it. And just the cat just completely misses. He just hear, and the cat's upright. The whole, cats always on their feet,
Yep.
so it twists around the air and it's just like, that's not gonna save you, buddy. And you just hear the, it just collides with the banister and slides across the floor. It was awful.
That's
It was heart-wrenching and hilarious at the same time.
That's one dead cat.
You just hear fucking, he needs some milk. How the fuck is milk anything with the poor cat at this point?
And millions to go.
God damn.
Okay. So we all know about the... what the fuck was her catchphrase? That black lady and her catchphrase.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yes.
Damn it.
I got the bronchitis. That chick. I recently watched a video where, like, this black woman was a part of a building fire. And you watch the news interview, and she's trying to be the new... Ain't nobody got time for that lady.
Yes, I saw the same video.
Isn't that so upsetting to me?
Yeah.
That they're going out of their way to when
She
anything
said,
that-
"What?"
Yeah.
I said, "No."
Yes.
Like really overdoing it.
It's a trend now.
You know, I don't
It's
know.
dumb.
I don't
It's
know.
so
If, I don't
dumb.
know if she was really trying or if that's just her personality. Because it's hard to tell.
It felt so forced.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Look at this shit.
And then literally the next day there was a dubstep remix
Of course.
of that. And it's like, oh my god. That bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I can't. That's dumb. I guess that's a thing.
Ooh.
Is that it hitting the ground?
Oh! Oh! Brutal.
Just come around.
That dude.
Hold it.
Yeah, I mean...
What? Just the loudest.
But someone dubbed it over. It was like, somebody was like, he needs some milk! As the cat was falling.
Dude, no, that dude orchestrated that. He brought the broom thing up so where he could get on it, and then he just slowly tilted it away. So he had to jump for it.
That's a dead cat.
Dead as fuck. Mikkel, we gotta go.
Alright.
Alright.
Wow.
One quick thing. You want to talk about your full-blown blowout?
Oh, Lord. It's funny because the podcast that I was listening to, where we talked about that, happened like, to my estimation, of like a month or two before I had a no shit my first full blown blowout, and it was horrible, man. I woke up. This is when I lived alone at my house. I had just gotten my shit together, you know. I was staying there, but I really had like almost nothing on hand. So I slept there. I think, you know, we'd had some beers the night before or something like that, and I went home and crashed. And I woke up the next day and just flowers and rainbows. I was like, oh, what's up? You know, it's like first week in the new house. I'm like, yeah. Got some shit in there, so I went and hey, all right. So I went and sat down on at my kitchen table, turned on the news. You know, I'm brewing a pot of coffee. You know, like,
I now own a house life.
yeah, like that's what's up. Watching the sun's already up because it's like noon, but still, you know, I'm just in there just having a good old time, and I'm in such a great mood that it doesn't occur to me. Even after we had so recently discussed full-blown blowouts, it doesn't occur to me that this is anything other than a fart. Anything other than a very powerful... Doesn't occur to me that we drank all night the night before. I'm just in a great mood. I don't feel hungover. Everything's great. And so I feel this fart coming, and I'm like, damn right, my house, bitch. Pow! And I go to beast that motherfucker. When I say I filled up my fucking pants, bro, it was so much. This was so far beyond a shart, dude. I filled my drawers with diarrhea. And it was like that weird Grey Poupon looking shit. And I immediately went... I got up and went to the bathroom and like took them off. My whole ass, both of my ass cheeks all the way around were just caked in shit. And I fucking my boxers were destroyed. I mean, you could never have cleaned them, you know. And I was just sitting there like wiping for days. I had to get Clorox wipes and shit, like the wet ones, to like cleanse my asshole because my shower still wasn't put together, you know. And I'm like, what do I do? So I like Clorox wet wiped everything and like put the shit in the fucking like bag and sealed it and like fucking threw my drawers away. Oh, it was so horrible. I just had no resources. I had to immediately, after I fucking like tried to sanitize everything the best I could, I had to immediately fucking drive across town to go shower my disgusting body because I just couldn't. That was not the way I wanted to wake up at all. It ruined my day. Ruined my day. It was horrible.
There's this girl, fucking Katie. She's another stripper. Really cool. Can't wait to fuck her. No, dude, she's been on my my site for like a year now, and she's finally coming around. She like blew me in the bathroom finally. I was like, greatest thing ever.
Blew you in the bathroom?
Yeah,
it's a classy broad.
Fucking classy broad, and she's really cool. But she's like really comfortable, like with me and like a few other people. Like so when we party, she like usually hangs around us, or when she wants to get really fucked up, she knows that we'll take care of her, whatnot. And she does coke here and there, and like she loves a trip. But so I gave her some like good shit. And I was like, careful now, like, just do a little bit. This isn't like the regular Jacksonville fucking bougie coke we do. Like, this is good stuff. And she like does something and like, like when you like fucking like do like hallucinogen or something, like you immediately have to shit. You feel like you have to, and like so it happens, And she was like, oh man, I really gotta fucking shit. And I'm just like, all right, like, no, don't do it. She's like, I don't really though. And then she like, I was like talking to my friend, smoking out in the garage. And she runs out and she just like looks at me and I was like, hey, can you give us a minute? And you're like, yeah. He walks away. She was like, I just farted and I think I shit myself. I was like, no way! She was like, yes. I was like, can you help me, please? And I called Mary. I'm like, Mary, help her.
She came to you for help? Like, what? Who does that?
She was lost, dude. She had the look of sheer panic and like she's tripping up.
Just terror.
She was like, I think I just sharted myself. And I was like, Mary, help clean her.
I don't know what to do for you. No, that's a problem you have to handle alone.
That is so funny. Yep, she's that comfortable with me apparently.
That's awesome, dude. I'm amazed. Yeah, if you haven't fucked her yet, you definitely will now. I mean, that's as close as you can get to someone without fucking them. Like, that's your first thought. I just have to tell Mikkel. And I just shit myself. He'll know what to do.
What does that say about Mikkel?
He shovels a lot of shit. Puts up with a lot of shit, I guess.
I'm just watching animals get hit by cars.
Okay.
That one video Cabu had the link. It was like animals getting hit by cars, and I was like, oh, cool.
Nope.
Dude,
See, if you said that when you were 7.
These things are brutal. Jesus. I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
How about cars getting hit by rhinos?
I'm sure that's a thing.
There's only one way.
Oh. Just hit a bear. Oh my god. I like how like when you hit an animal they like get up and then they run off in the woods and then they just die.
Dude, I was driving a Humvee in Japan down this dirt road trying to get out of this fucking training area. And so I was driving on the other side of the road.
Why wasn't this music playing the whole time?
I know. Was this horse walking down the side of the road. And as soon as I noticed that something was there and moving and realized that it was a horse, it was as though our eyes met and this motherfucker turned directly toward my Humvee and started charging the Humvee. Full-grown horse, dude. Just barreling toward my Humvee, and I was like, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. And it got so close, bro. Like, he, like, was not gonna deviate. I fucking slammed the accelerator, bro. And that motherfucker was galloping, and he finally fucking cut out at the last second. I was like, oh, God! Dude, I almost fucking nailed that motherfucker. And I played chicken with a horse using a Humvee. And won. Because he bailed, not because he got hit. That was pretty neat.
Sounds like something from Final Fantasy.
No.
Oh no.
Something way more important.
A cow just got hit while being fucked by another cow.
That's the best time to hit him.
So what, clip the front side or the back side?
Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta know.
What the fuck? No, literally, it was being mounted and like running across the road.
Oh, it was running away from the dick.
Oh, it was. It hit the front side.
And just walks away.
With a little limp in its step, but I mean, hey,
It'll
it's still coming for it.
it'll
Hey,
probably-
what's up, bitch? Just because you got hit by a car don't mean we ain't fucking. Alright, let's go. I really do have to scrub this crust off my fucking sack.
Okay. I kind of like it. I'm used to it.
I bet you are. I'm not. Very uncomfortable.
Ashley Elizabeth, who the fuck is that?
Oh,
Sorry, I just realized you messaged me. How are you? Who the fuck is Ashley Elizabeth? I've never messaged you in my life.
the 4th Queen of England.
I'm really enjoying these videos.
Dobbsy, I love you.
What would you, bud?
Thank you for giving me your provisions while I was here.
Not a problem, bud.
Oh, it's almost over.
You're almost over. Posty, thanks for accompanying me last night.
Yeah.
Thanks for making good on your promise, although you looked miserable the entire time.
Yeah. Thanks for instigating on me. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
When was I doing that?
Both of you talking about how much you guys dislike me while I was in my car listening the whole time.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you flipped out for some reason too.
that?
You flipped out on Tyler. Was it you that he flipped out on?
I do remember trying to instigate Tyler to beat up me, but I don't remember anything with you.
No.
There was-
I want to hear this now.
Yeah, now I gotta hear this.
You don't remember?
No!
'Cause you weren't that drunk.
No, I wasn't. So I really think I should know about this.
Let's hear dirty details.
Dirty deeds. Let's hear them. So what happened?
Where was Mikkel?
Fucking.
Fucking, probably.
I was gone for a good little bit. So I came back and I remember I hear mobs like yelling at. I think it was Tyler. It might have been you or something else. He was like, "Oh, the punk bitches want to talk shit behind my back." I'm not sure exactly whose voice was whose, but yeah,
It was him.
Was it him?
Wait, what?
Because Tyler came up to me and was like, "So why aren't we podcasting?" I was like, "I don't know. I heard it was going to be Friday all week, and then Friday came and it was like, oh yeah, we can't do it." I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm going to go talk to mobs right now. I'm like, okay.
Really?
And then he said something to you and you just went off.
Okay. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yes, because we set aside Friday to jam specifically. We tried to jam all weekend long. And Friday, we're like, nope, now or never, we're going. And then we went there and spent all that time that we could have been here doing that, going out there, and we drove all the way to Blanton and then all the way to fucking, halfway to fucking Largo. And got there and he was like, yeah, I don't have time for you to do that. So he waited until we were there to let us know that he wasn't going to have time to let us jam. So we wasted most of our day and then came back. So, but I did notice that the entire week everyone tried to place that at my feet. Like, oh, well, I'm sorry, why didn't you organize this shit better? Why didn't you do this and that? I went off on Talia about it too, because Talia was like, you fucking suck. And I was like, bitch, you trying to wrangle these motherfuckers around all week. See how well you fucking like it. Don't fucking talk to me about that shit. And she was like, sorry, Jesus. Yeah, I was frustrated at that.
I mean, what is?
So that's what happens when
It is
people
your
expect
home.
things from me, and, you know, and I don't come through.
It's like trying to keep rugrats in a pig pen, you know?
So I'm sure Fett saw that I was doing that and latched on to any opportunity to be against somebody with someone. If that's what indeed happened, but I don't recall.
What did he say, Poston, while you were listening to him?
Well, and I could hear Anthony more than him. But you were like, yeah, I was trying to get Poston to come out here, and he was like, well, is he going to be there? And it was like, yeah, probably.
Oh, that's probably when he was like, why does Poston have such a huge problem with me? And I was like, I don't know, but he definitely does have that. You've totally got that right. And like, yeah, that I do remember that conversation. Yeah, he was all like, I just don't know what I ever did to him. And I was like, yeah, I don't either, but that shit's real. So, you know, do what you gotta do about it, I guess.
This wasn't the drunk guy talking the whole night.
Yeah. He was running his mouth nonstop.
I see why people might be
Agreed with him. Yeah, no, I totally agreed with him that you had a problem with him. Yeah, that's a real thing. And then he complained about that, how he didn't know why, and I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
There you all these bad boys.
And then I got my fuck on. Oh, it's so sticky still.
It just melted from crust back to liquid.
Ew.
That would be
Hey, that's what you call recycle, reuse, and abuse.
nasty.
Blow a little blow dry in there for the next girl, so lick it and stick it. Alright, guys.
Love you guys. See you.
The end of Nadashow's episode. I feel fine.